was trying to go live from my computer, but for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me. I don't know. It just the connection. It wasn't connecting. So I'm at home. Anyway, Clemson week. Well, the week is over because today's Thursday, but we have Clemson on Saturday. But before I get into that, I wanted to talk about two particular subjects. Leading up to the game. This will be my last commentary on the UNC game. So shout out to brother Jay Blaze because he put in the chat. I guess it was the Monday chat. What up, Birdstone? What it do? What it do? I believe he put in the chat. Asked me did I watch the post game presser of Shannon Dawson, Lance Guidry, and Coach Cristobal, and I was like, nah, because if you heard one, you've heard them all. What's up, brother Jay? But I was listening to You Heard earlier this week, and Ben, and be sure to go check those guys out. I really like what they're doing, Ben, Joe, and Chalupa. And so they were talking about the TVD. What's up, QB? Was talking about TVD, made mention that he indeed broke or tore three ligaments in his index finger, right? So I said, let me go check this out because I haven't seen anyone necessarily talking about it. You know what I mean? So I said, let me go check it out. So I took away three interesting things from his post game presser. Most notably is what I just said about the three ligaments. But they asked him about the difficulty or what is it like trying to get the ball to X on a weekly basis when the teams know that's what you're trying to do. And so he came away and he said, well, hey, if he's in my read, in my progression, he gets the ball. If he, running the option route, he gets the ball, right? So this really coincides with it. And I wanted to go live yesterday before Coach Hayes went live because he basically said exactly what I wanted to say. Not saying that he stole anything, but is at this particular point that's weak. It was no complaints. First, hey, Birdstone, he said it bothers him when he gets hit. That's what he said. And he said it's been getting better as the season goes. And I've heard individuals say that on certain passes, it looks like he has zip on the ball, and then on certain passes he doesn't. So I guess when he doesn't have the zip on the passes, I'm assuming that the finger is bothering him. I don't know. Doesn't help that the run game has been non-existent the past 2 weeks either. But so going back to what Coach Hayes said, and again what I wanted to say was at this particular point, it's just time for us as fans to come to the realization. It bothered me too when he turned that ball over to Hurts real bad. Hey, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And so, but it's time for us to come to the realization that, hey, listen, we're getting the offense that Coach Dawson runs. And it just so happens that on the majority of the plays, because that slot position receiver is the point man in this whole operation, he's going to be the first read on the majority of the plays. Now, again, I made this point back against Texas A&M. X is a student of the game. X is letting TVD know, hey, look, he's playing me outside, and on this option, I'm going to run. He's playing me inside, and on this option, I'm going to go outside. So just get me the ball. You know what I mean? So, but you have to believe people based on the actions that they've shown. And shout out to QB because he made mention to Coach Hayes, hey, look, let's go all the way back to Southern Miss. Let's look at the go-to guy. And more than likely that guy is the slot receiver. So I went all the way back to 2013, which was, I believe, his first year as the full-time offensive coordinator at West Virginia. Now, that was just a ridiculous year. If y'all ain't checked it out, go look at West Virginia offensive production from 2013. Tavon Austin caught 114 passes, and Stedman Bailey caught 113 passes. So we got 114 and 113. And I remember Stedman Bailey. Stedman Bailey was one of my favorite college wide receivers. And obviously West Virginia was kind of like, I'm not going to say everyone's favorite team, but it was a team that, a lot of people paid attention to because they were just they were interesting at that time. But 114 catches, 113 catches. I get the X is the first read most times, but there's other progressions too to go through. Gino didn't just stare down one. Of course, Gino didn't stare down one guy. Because you got one guy got 114 catches, you got another guy that got 113 catches. Like, there is no staring anybody down in a situation like that, right? But to piggyback off of that, Coach Shannon Dawson said, "Look, hey, if you get open, you get the ball." So I guess if X is open on the first read, hey, he'll get the ball. Simple as that. Now, going back to the other thing that TVD said that was just interesting to me. Now, I've probably and Noel Devine out the backfield. Gino had weapons. Gino threw 40 touchdowns that year. They didn't have a good year record wise, but that was just that was a good offense. Like, that was a great offense. But I had a very good viewpoint of the interception they threw to Jacoby George. So they asked him, well, not to Jacoby George, but can I get mad at Ace for getting open better than the rest? Hey, you can't. I promise. Hey, listen, QB, I'm not getting mad at X whatsoever because at this point, like I said, I can't expect for somebody to be something or show something that they've never shown in the past. That's why, so swap out X for Brashard. Please, because Brashard TD per touch is crazy. Hey, Birdstone just goes back to, hey, is Brashard outworking X in practice? I mean, it's hard to take out a man that's, I think, against GT, he had 12 targets. He caught 11. Then against UNC, he had 17 targets, caught about 11 or 12, caught 2 touchdowns. Not mad at AC, but we need to get you. Hey, Birdstone, I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. But, hey, what can I say? Again, X is Tank Dell. I mean, he's Tank Dell. So the person that asked him the question was actually trying to bail him out. He was like, hey, Tyler, on the interception, did you just not see the guy? I mean, what happened? TVD says, I saw him. Dawson's scheme is exposed. There will be change. I'm glad Dawson's successful with some change. Expect more players to tighten other players. Put a shot, and X doesn't guarantee you get open like this. No, you're right, QB. It's not a guarantee you get open like X. Because the thing about X, on these option routes, it's again, this is kind of a thing. And like I said, the thing that he and TVD are roommates, that's a built-in advantage. I think it was Coach Hayes that said that. If I was Brashard, before the season started, I would have demanded to be, look, hey, we can be sweet mates. You know what I mean? I don't know where Brashard stays in proximity to TVD, but I guarantee you X has a built-in advantage because we're roommates. So we're going over this stuff in the room together. Now, again, I don't know if everyone, goes to their room or whatever and chills with them or whatever the situation is. I don't know. But again, that's a built-in advantage. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I see what you see what I see. And again, we don't know if these guys actually get along with each other, right? Is it just we're teammates on a football team, or is it like, no, we really cool with each other? And that plays a role too. What is our personal relationship like? You know what I mean? But Rashad Diamond played definitely. Yeah, that's what. But you know what I'm saying, Brother Jay? That's what upset me at the Georgia Tech game, and that's what makes me sit up here and think like Shannon Dawson is really still trying to figure this out on the fly. QB, you right, but he's right behind X and TDs with less targets. That's sinking. Steve O did a whole Bashard breakdown. Y'all watch this, but Bashard, that is. Yeah. Bashard got 2 carries against Georgia Tech, and I don't remember seeing him back on the field. He may have gained out there on the field, but he wasn't targeted. So it's just like you're still trying to figure stuff out to do with the guys. You know what I mean? And I don't know. You know what I mean? But getting back to that, TVD said, look, I saw him. I tried to get the ball up and over him. And it's like, looking at that play live at the, actually at the game, it's like there's no way in the world you could have got the ball up and over him. There was not enough space, there was not enough room to even think about making that pass. The work after the receivers play a role too. I will follow X around if I want him. Exactly. But again, I don't like I said, I'm not here to cast judgment on what Rashard is doing. Um, it needs more. Hey, I don't know. I mean, I see people, the quote unquote insiders again. Now they're talking about expect to see more plays to the tight end, expect to see more checkdowns. I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. But I just I'm not expecting anything else. I can't expect for you to change something that you've been doing for 6 games this year. I can't expect it to change. You know what I mean? I can't expect Shannon Dawson to start running new stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But that's what that is, you know what I mean? And it was two guys on a message board, right? One guy I agree with about 75% of what he says. The other guy, I agree with like 2% of what he said. And they kind of teamed up on a post. And I was like, bro, what are you trying to say? So the guy was like, fun fact, right? Anytime I hear someone say fun fact, I'm always of the mindset that what you're doing is you're about to say something that coincides with the opinion that you already had, right? And you want to see if you can find people that are going to co-sign said opinion that you have, right? So the guy says when TVD targets X, he's only thrown one interception. And that's a good point. Ray caught 1,500. Hey, he got an award for that. So I don't know, man. But the thing about it, someone said like Mario likes to kind of reward the upperclassmen. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna cause any dissension or anything like that. I don't think we're close to a levee breaking, but who knows what may transpire after the Clemson game if we don't win. You know what I mean? But so he said, but when he's targeting Jacoby George, he's throwing like 4 interceptions. And so the other guy was like, and then X is dependable. He runs the right route. Kobe Young and Jacoby George run the wrong route a lot of times. And I said, bro, we're not about to do this. We're not going to sit up here and say that because Jacoby George picked the wrong option on an option route against Georgia Tech and end up in an interception. We're not gonna sit up here and try to put this narrative out here that, oh, he and Kobe Young are running the wrong routes. That's why they're not getting the ball. When the reality of the situation is, no, the first read is Xavier Restrepo. And if he's open, he will get the ball. Plain and simple. And if he's not open, what you will have is you will have Tyler come back, as I said on my live after the game Sunday, 3 passes that I know for a fact. He looked at X, he wasn't there, he came back late. The great catch that Jacoby George made across the middle that was behind him, he was looking at X. The late post route to Kobe Young, he was looking at X. And the ball that he skipped in the ground, throwing it to Kobe Young, is because he was looking at X. Plain and simple. It has nothing to do with someone running the wrong route. But again, that's, when people have their narratives, that's what they do. So, but with that being said, there's one other thing that I want to discuss, and then we'll get into the Clemson situation, right? So I've since 2020, right? Mike Norvell's been at Florida State 2020, 21, 22. This is the fourth year. So Cane fans, like I said, I'm not the type to try to, I don't do a lot of the trash talking, me myself personally, but I know a lot of people do. But I've partaken in calling him Memphis Mike and stuff like that. I've been in different chats where it's Cane fans, Gator fans, Seminole fans. So we're just talking back and forth. So, um, so what's interesting? Harold runs wrong routes all day, but they keep putting him out there. He doesn't produce. Let's make it make sense. Birdstone, I'm gonna tell you this, man. When you bring these transfers in, it's certain promises that have to be made. People can go with that logic of, oh, you're just gonna come in and compete, and we'll see where it goes. No, don't work like that. It's an arms race right now. For anyone to believe that, they just lost. So So things have been said from Mike Norvell can't coach, Mike Norvell can't recruit high school, Mike Norvell depends on the transfer portal. Aha, look at what happened against Jacksonville State. All this good stuff like this. Then even last year they go 10-3. Oh, well, they didn't beat a team that had a winning record. Mason Smith didn't play for LSU. And the LSU that ended up being the LSU later on the season, that's not the team that they actually played. So all that stuff like that, right? And then even this year, some things have been said. But after the UNC game, and some people are getting a little, I guess, impatient with Coach Cristobal. I'm not one of those people that's getting impatient. Again, like I said, I'm not expecting you to do something that I've not seen you do in the past, right? So that's the way I look at it. And now there came fans saying, man, look at that Florida State model. Look what Mike Norvell has done in just 4 years. That's what we should be striving for. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, why would we be looking at Florida State as a model when y'all just said he can't coach, he can't recruit high school, they're dependent on the transfer portal that is not a long-term strategy that's going to pay off. And also, 2020, they literally had the Clemson Tigers fly into Tallahassee, get in the hotel rooms, only for them to turn around and say, hey, you know what? We don't want to play. You know what? We don't want to play. We don't feel like playing. Hey, y'all go back to Clemson. We don't feel like playing. But that's the model. No, this is the model that I want. I want the model, since Coach Cristobal rebuilt the Oregon Ducks, I want 9-4. I want 12-2. He went to go learn from Nick Saban. Nick Saban went 75 or 76 year one. Then he turned around and was competing for the SEC title. And ended up losing to the Florida Gators, led by Tim Tebow, Percy Harvin. The last national title they won in 2008. That's the model I want. I don't strive to do stuff that the Seminoles are doing. I don't strive to do stuff that the Gators are doing. Because this is the thing about the Seminoles and the Gators. They both just hired coaches who this is their first Power 5 job. So they're still learning on the job. They're still trying to figure it out at this level. Coach Cristobal has already done that. So why in the heck would I sit up here as a Miami Hurricane fan, sit up here and say, you know what? Let's look at what the Florida State Seminoles are doing. And no disrespect to Florida State. They're doing the doggone thing. But, bruh, them jokers are starting on first, or they starting at first base. Coach Cristobal has been at third base. He's been to home plate. I don't want to hear that. Like, that is just so funny. And it's like, look, bro, if you want to, make, I ain't going to say excuses, but if you want to make points about why we shouldn't be at a certain stage in the program, cool, I'm fine with that. But don't talk about use what Florida State going through, because that's not what exactly, QB. Coach Cristobal didn't inherit a mess nearly what Mike Norvell did. And then you had COVID right there in the midst of it. Jimbo Fisher quit on that program, which is why I don't like Jimbo Fisher. He quit. He took his ball, he went to Texas A&M, and he's getting karma. You can't win. Then Willie comes in there, and I was hoping Willie panned out just for the brothers. But Willie dealing with BS off the field, then you can't put it together on the field, you get fired. And then Mike Norvell got to come in and clean all that up. Now let's look at the same time frame of the Miami Hurricanes. Mark Richt comes in 2016, we're competitive. 2017, best season that we've had since 2003. 2018 comes in, health issues. 19 comes in, Manny Diaz again, first year head coach, learning on the job. 2020, Manny hits the portal. We get some guys, and 2 council games, we could have been 10-2. In 2020, this is with Manny Diaz. 2021 comes, Bubba Bolden gets hurt, Derek King gets hurt. We got to rely on the freshman. Had all those injuries. Ended up going 7-5. Maybe Diaz gets fired. I wouldn't, I'm not arguing about him getting fired, but it is what it is. So then Mario Cristobal comes in, superstar staff. We go 5-7. And the other thing that's irking me, right? And again, if any of y'all in the chat, if that's how y'all feel, cool, cool. I don't want to turn any of you away because we disagree about something. I don't want y'all to agree 100% with me, and I'm not going to agree 100% with y'all. But as long as we can be respectful to one another, that's great. But I'm not comparing. I don't care about us looking better than last year. I want us to look better than 2021 because we fired a man who dealt with injuries and had to rely on freshmen. That's what I want to look better than. Do we look better than 2021? I don't care about looking better than last year because that's low hanging fruit. It was awful last year. That was awful. Like it's people in the fan base really acting like Mario Cristobal walked back into FIU again, and they're not denying it. But that's enough on that particular subject. I just get off my chest. Let's move to Clemson. So Dabo Swinney is kind of somewhat under fire for something that I've heard Nick Saban say, something I've heard Urban Meyer say, Kirby Smart, any of these successful coaches. They've all, in their own way, said the same thing, which is when the team doesn't look the way that the fan base wanted to look, 2021 Alabama was the only team that dominated Miami year. Facts. That Michigan State game, kind of when Will Malley dropped that touchdown, it kind of got ugly. Smith Brown should play, I hope. It kind of got ugly after Will Mallory dropped that touchdown. Like it really kind of got ugly then. And then when Bubba Bolden made the Sports Center thing for, I don't know what Bubba Bolden did. I'm not Bubba Bolden, but Gervin Hall. I erased that out of my mind. So, but other than that, we were very competitive that year, especially when the freshmen came in, right? So. That's how it goes with Dabo. He says he catches heck. Other coaches say it's not a big of a deal. Yeah. So Dabo said essentially what I've heard Nick Saban, Kirby Smart all say. Like, look, the team is not looking the way y'all want them to look. Y'all are setting unrealistic expectations. I've heard Nick Saban say that. Nick Saban got mad because the student section got up and left after halftime because the game was over. I've heard Urban Meyer say this. Kirby Smart has said this. Like Nick Saban's favorite thing to say entering every season is essentially, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not the same team from last year. Essentially, let them grow into those expectations. So that's essentially what Dabo Swinney said. Now, I've heard a lot of people say things such as, well, this ain't the same Clemson team of old. I agree. But I want to put some context to that. Because anytime you look at great programs, they're going to have a peak. They're going to come back down, maybe for a couple, maybe 1 or 2 years, have another peak because you got guys that come in, go to the draft, then you got to get the new guys, acquiesce, and then you go up. So Clemson, I've been watching Clemson since ties, but I'm going to tell you one of my favorite Clemson games. And again, like I said, I'm a football fan first. I'm a Miami fan second. When Clemson beat LSU in that bowl game. And that's when I believe people said, okay, we can officially retire the term Clemsoning because Clemson showed up against a big-time opponent and they pulled off an upset, right? I still remember that game, Taj Boyd. So, what's so weird about that, bro? It's like that was a very good LSU defense. Like they had Barcavius Mingo, like he was touted. But anyway, so yeah, he said that. But guess what else Dabo Swinney said? Dabo Swinney said the Miami Hurricanes, they like to get the ball to number 7. They force the ball to number 7. So I said, man, when I saw that, I said, boy, it's going to be some Hurricane fans. Ooh, boy. They gonna bring out the pitchforks. What, boy, CJ Spiller. Okay, yeah, CJ Spiller. I remember CJ Spiller. It was the other running back, too. They were called Thunder and Lightning. Well, I can't remember what the other running back name was, but he was pretty good, too. But, yeah, CJ Spiller was great. And then they had that fast receiver. He was on that team, or he was in that era, too. He ended up getting drafted. James Davis, yeah, that's James Davis. James Davis, he was Thunder. and they had the real fast wide receiver too. He ended up getting drafted by my Raiders. Yeah, so I remember him. So no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Watkins. It was he was a short. He was a short guy, but he was stupid fast. So he is back at Clemson now. What does he help? Okay, okay, okay. See, that's another thing, right? About Dabo. Again, I'm gonna say I'm an outside person. And I know people have said Dabo is not doing enough to try to keep that dynasty going. But I see he's rehired Jeff Scott in a capacity. Chad Morris is back in the building. So to me, it seems like Jacoby Ford. That's him. It's Jacoby Ford. I said to me, at least it looks like Dabo is doing some things to actually try to keep this going. It's just that sometimes assistant running back coach is CJ. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I know CJ's back over there. I do know that. But it seems like he's trying to do some things to actually, keep this going. You know what I mean? It's like everyone can't have the Bama run. Like, aside from the Bama run, what Clemson is doing kind of right now is what most programs do at the end of the day, which is they have a really, really high peak, and then when it starts to come down to normalize things, then everyone's, starts to say that. But anyway, so I did some minimum research, like minimum research, you know. We're playing Clemson after a bye week. So looking back on it, Clemson is I went back 10 years, 10 games. Clemson is 7-3 after bye weeks. 7-3. And they are averaging 31 points per game and allowing 19. But again, you got to context goes into that based on what opponent they've played, who's at the quarterback position, all that stuff like that. But something else that's interesting about that, in those 10 games, they've only played 3 games away from Death Valley, right? They've played 2 of those games the past 2 years. One of them, obviously, they played Notre Dame last year. That was one of their losses. I think it was Syracuse. Watching Clemson versus Wake give me hope. Yeah, because Wake is not a good team. But again, you know what, QB, I'm going to say something about that. And I think ACC backs were legit then CJ, James Davis, Tashard Choice, but that's a name. Mike James and maybe Coop. Yeah, no, I think back then, if Mike James on the team, Mike James was young because I think in 2012, I think Mike James was like a junior. So back then, Mike James may have been like a freshman or a sophomore back then. So yeah, more so it been Cooper. Choice is the running back coach at Texas now. Okay, yeah. Tashard Choice, man. Tashard Choice, man. They used to get on my nerve, man. Them boys were good, man, at what they were doing. But like I said, they've only played 3 games away from Death Valley after a bye week, right? And Dwyer was a bully. Yeah, Dwyer was a bully too. Yeah, that's back when that triple option was really, really. That was when it was kind of at its peak too back then. You know what I mean? Back during that era. So, but when they leave Death Valley, the numbers switch. So they only are scoring 22 points per game and allowing 27. Let me say that again. Scoring 22 points away from Death Valley, and they're allowing 27. So again, it's a very, very small sample size. It's only 3 games. So I probably should have went back a little bit further, but I said 10 games. That's a good enough sample size for me. So, but again, they're 7-3 after a bye week. Nesbitt was a perfect quarterback for Tech then too. Yeah, Nesbitt was good too. Yep. So, Bird, no one is elite, but they're good players on the bench so far from Mario. They felt that. I think 2 was yeah. 2 was Indy, I believe. Yeah. Notre Dame, yeah. So it's interesting, right? It's interesting. Now again, like I said, it's a very small sample size, not a lot of context put into it. But how do we stack up against the Clemson Tigers, right? Similar to what I said about UNC, let's just throw all of these statistics out the window and let's just talk about what's on the line, right? I feel like, again, similar to UNC, whichever coaching staff adjusts the best would be the one that wins the game. Now, a troubling thing that I've noticed these past 3 games Well, these past two games that we lost. Against Georgia Tech, we came out flat. And Georgia Tech was able to match everything that we had for 4 quarters. Then we play UNC. We play a half. We played Notre Dame and South Bend back-to-back years off of bye. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, all right. I must have, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I was trying to look at the dates, and maybe one of those Notre Dame games, I think I may have inserted a Syracuse. So since you said y'all played back to back in South Bend, all right. So that's gonna kind of maybe throw my calculation off. Not maybe, it is, right? That's gonna throw my calculation off. So, but I appreciate that. But 7-3 after buys. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know that because, like I said, it was some. It was I was looking at some schedules and I'm kind of looking at the dates and I'm like, this like it could be the bye week, and then but this like it could be the bye week too. So, but when you told me that, okay, I knew exactly what you're talking about. All right, cool. I appreciate that. So, and then against UNC, we play hard the first half, and then the second half they have their way with us. So again, I'm not trying to say that, but you kind of know what's next. It's kind of like a team matches you, then you play one half, and then the next game, it could go either way. You could get back to a full game, or it could be a situation where this team beats you for 4 whole quarters. UNC ran tempo and showed lack of depth. And showed lack of depth, to be honest. Um, I don't really. Does Clemson still have the other high rated quarterback? Oh, I don't know. I don't know Clemson's roster. I think what's interesting about Clemson's offense. But let me stop skipping over. But yeah, so that's my thinking. I'm hoping that's not where we're headed. I'm hoping we don't go from matching an inferior opponent to only playing a half against an opponent that's equally talented, and then a team that's more talented. We don't even look like we belong on the field. So, but in my opinion, just my opinion, I think this is probably the closest we've been in terms of talent wise since probably back when Ja'Cory was the quarterback, back when we beat him or played him back in I think it was '09, 2010 or somewhere like that. I think this is the closest. Um, should have called it time out to recalibrate. Hey, no, we shouldn't have called it time. I should just had Coach Gidry run on the field again. We would have recalibrated. So I think CV maybe y'all answer. I don't know what Klubnik for. He's just a gunslinger, so he's gonna have 2 turnovers. You know what? What's interesting about this is I think about the game that we played last year when DJ used the quarterback and they were able to get him some really, really easy passes. Right? They was able to get him some really, really easy passes. And he didn't really have to do anything, out of out of out of character, so to speak. I was at a 2010 game. My step brother played. Okay. Cade only has 2 interceptions on the year. Okay. Yeah. So, um, so it could be something like that. It may could even be a situation like the Kelly Bryant game where he started the game like 21 or 21, like something crazy. So I don't know. What I'm what's kind of scaring me is I feel like this may be the week that Dabo may actually say, you know what, Gary Riley, let's go see. Let me show me why you won the Bros Award. That's what I'm kind of afraid of. Now I don't know if Clemson has that type of skill talent. I know they have a freshman wide receiver that because I've only watched Clemson play one time this year. This is a must win. Yeah, exactly, brother Jay. This is a must win. I'm gonna go into why you know a win for either team is good. But I've only watched Clemson play one time this year. That was against Duke. But I know they were singing, the announcers were singing praises of that freshman receiver that they have. I think he may even be their leading receiver. So our DBs are gonna get some work this week. They've been getting work the past 3 weeks. Um, so, but that's kind of what I'm afraid of. I'm like, is Garrett Riley gonna? Because if anything, Garrett Riley's the one that could be, realistically like, hey, we're kind of saving some plays. I believe we get Clemson 31-14. Hey, it could very well happen, Birds now. I'm looking at this, like I say, it's 50-50 to me. You know what I mean? It's 50-50 to me. Um, they played Florida State tough. Most people say Dabo lost the game for not making a blunder, coaching mistake, or whatever the situation is like that. And Florida State is top five team. So we know they can play at that particular level. You know what I mean? The problem is, can we play at that particular level? You know what I mean? Like I said, we have some guys that are banged up, and kind of like Go Tiger said, hey, but I don't really feel like it's a depth issue with us. I really feel like it's more so of a just guys have to finally start playing. Like guys have to assert themselves more. That's the way I look at it. Like I know everyone doesn't look at PFF, but looking at some of the PFF scores of some of the guys on our team, it's like, bro, we expected so much more out of you, and it's like you're not doing it. Are you banged up, or what is the situation? You know what I mean? Because if you're banged up, and the effort that you're giving, but y'all don't play a lot of depth spots. Oh, I see what you're saying. Um, I don't know, man. Like I've said, we got like I, I don't know. But but this is the thing I look at it, right? Is in the portal era, I think it's really hard to have a lot of depth at a lot of positions. I really wasn't worried about the defensive line this year, and I'm still not worried about the defensive line. I think a lot of people are talking about, man, we need Mesidor back, we need Mesidor back. And I'm not going to disagree that we need Mesidor back, but I don't want that to be the excuse because I still remember 2013. That was the year Duke Johnson got hurt against Florida State. And we ended up playing Louisville in the bowl game. And that was when they had Teddy Bridgewater. Louisville blew us off the field. And so most Kane fans spent the entire offseason said, man, they wouldn't have did that if we had Duke. They wouldn't have did that if we had Duke. Lucky for us, we get to turn right back around and play Louisville again. First game of the season, Brad Kayer's first start. We got Duke Johnson back, and they smack us again. So I don't want Akeem Mesidor not playing to be an excuse that we use throughout the year. I don't want that. You know, we recruited very well along the defensive line. We got Ruben Bain, we got Jaden Wayne, Jafari Harvey is still there. Um, I'm not Harrison Hunt. I think we have a nice depth at the defensive line. I mean, that's the way I look at it. And obviously, we were told in the summer that this defensive line, this particular scheme is going to allow for them to eat. And unfortunately, it only looks like one person is eating. What's up, Amex? But I know like people saying like, well, Najee Kelly's dealing with something. Fine, cool, but I'm not trying to hear the excuse of Akeem Mesidor is the reason that the defensive line is not getting active. Like I don't want to hear that because Bain is getting active. Let's be honest, we don't lose the GT a 10-point loss in CNC would be this bad. Hey, studio, yeah, we can say that, but I mean, those are the cards that unfortunately we've been dealt. Unfortunately. So, I mean, you can't cry over spilled milk. All we gotta do is just pick up and regroup, but that is, you know what I mean? But like I said, I don't want that to be the excuse. Oh man, if we would have had Mesidor. It's like, nah, bro, like we got a good defensive line on paper. It's just they haven't shown up yet. And this would be a great game for them to show up. You know, um, it's a forgotten game because Clemson lost to Duke and then they lost to Florida State. They're unranked. We lost to GT and UNC. We're unranked. So coming into the season, this was to be looked. I agree we can beat Clemson, but a 17-point win after 2 weeks is asking a lot. Oh, you're talking to Birdstone. Oh, yeah. It is asking a lot. And the thing about it, this is gonna be the best front seven that we play. And again, that's this retooled offensive line. Nothing is absolute. We gotta stop turnovers hurting ourselves. Brother Jay, I agree. But I got to be objective. It's not like we're just, aside from just the interception that Tyler just threw directly to the UNC defender, like I got to tip my hat to Georgia Tech defensive backs for making plays. I got to tip my hat to, you know, I know the fumble and all that stuff like that, but I have to tip my hat to GT, and I got to tip my hat to UNC because they stopped our run game. I'm sitting at the game, and I'm looking at the ticker, and at one point in the game, it was like they were averaging 5 yards a carry. We were averaging 4.8 yards a carry. And in that second half, every time we ran the ball, it seemed like we get stopped in the backfield. We was only getting one yard or 2 yards. And I watched that 4.8 go all the way down to like 3.2. And it's against North Carolina. We only got 3.5 yards to carry against Georgia Tech. And we ran the ball 47 times. So we're going to go up against the best front seven that we've seen all year. And someone said something about Texas A&M, and my rebuttal was this: like, yes, A&M has all those 5 stars, but again, most of those guys are sophomores, so those guys are really not going to be there what they really are going to be until next year. Not taking anything away from them, but when you look at the depth on in the experience that we had, um, Jalen Rivers been here 4 years. Um, Cohen played SEC ball. He's a junior. Matt Lee's been in college all that long. Des Cooper's playing, even out. Francis Marigoa, that evens out. But we had age and kind of experience over A&M. But Clemson, that's been a staple for them. Like that's been a staple. That's what they've been doing. So I think they're more twitchy and a little bit more athletic because there's sometimes when I look back at the A&M game, I say, man, these guys kind of look robotic. Like, it's like they packed on too much muscle, and it's like they don't have the fluidity that it needs to be there. It's more like they're built to be, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, Weird Dolphin? It's almost like they're built to be an SEC defensive line, which means we got to have some size because we got to stop the run and we got to be physical, right? It doesn't look like they don't look like a defensive line that you would see at Clemson or a defensive line that you'll see at like Ohio State or something like that, or even a defensive line like what LSU has or had back then, because LSU kind of has played a certain type of. So, but this is athleticism right here, you know. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. And they got 2 All-American linebackers, and I've heard individuals say, look, hey, Clemson has gotten problems from mobile quarterbacks. We don't have a mobile quarterback. So I need for this retool offensive line to go back to playing the way that they played at the beginning of the season. Because at the beginning of the season, what was interesting about it is they pass blocked better than they ran block. And that's what we need this week. We need them to block better in the pass. Because I really feel like if we can give TVD a clean pocket, at least 75% of the time, I'll say 65, right? If we can give TVD a clean pocket 65% of the time, I trust TVD to make the right decision. I trust that our weapons can make them pay. But if we don't give him a clean pocket, so I already said this. I already said his finger. Say when he hits his finger, it's. So I don't want to see a situation like 2015 and he gets hit and he's out the game. We have to force 2 turnovers. I'm not saying that like Clemson just gonna hand us the ball like our turnovers, but we have to get to him like A&M. That's the thing. See, the thing about the A&M game, Bird, is because is interesting because I don't think no other team, if Miami can't run the ball, was good when going to get in his bag with the blitz package. And that's what I'm afraid of. We haven't shown we can run the ball against Power 5 teams. Unfortunately, we have not shown that we can run the ball effectively against Power 5 teams, right? And going back to what you said, Bird, about getting to Wigman, the interesting thing about that game is like I'm sitting here watching it. Like this, I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, but at the same time, I'm like, look, bro, are y'all going like we're not hiding that we're blitzing the corner. Like we're not hiding it. Like it's there, you can see it, and y'all still have not adjusted to it. I mean, it's y'all fault. Y'all have not adjusted to it. We still gonna send it. UNC said y'all gonna get that off one time. We're gonna slide, and the corner blitz, wrapped it up. So I'm gonna need Gidry to do. I'm gonna need Gidry to get creative. I'm gonna need Gidry to do more stuff, and I'm gonna need for Gidry to get the calls on the field much quicker, because I think if teams are gonna see it, look, hey, Miami cannot deal with tempo. We have no explosive back, just steady AGI. Um, I don't know what AJ Allen doing, bro. Like, hey, listen. Typical Miami Hurricane behavior, bro. AJ Allen was compared to Clint Portis at the Canes Fest. He was compared to Clint Portis. Clint Portis at the Canes Fest. And me being petty, I want to go look at some old Clint Portis highlights from the Broncos, not the Hurricanes, but from the Broncos. And I was like, bro, if y'all telling me that this is what we have on the roster right now, he might get pulled a Maurice Claret. Like, hey, I don't play 1 year and hey, send me to the league. I ain't seen that. What I see is a guy that's like Joseph Yearby, but not as, I don't think the vision is as good as Joseph Yearby. When I talk about Joseph Yearby, I'm talking about a guy that has that shiftiness and all this stuff like that. But I don't see Clint Portis. I don't even see, no, I don't even want to say that. I don't even see Dallas Crawford. Facts. I don't see Dallas Crawford. I compare that man to Clint Portis. Like, yeah, he isn't good at pass pro. Did y'all not see him get blown up into TV lot? That's why he doesn't play much space like that. But again, see, this is the crazy thing about it, Birdstone. People believe that all the running back has to do is just run the ball. I thought when y'all hired Lance Gidry in his defense, that case. Look at that. Everybody knows. Ain't no edges being set. I don't know. Listen, this is so reminiscent of like what we dealt with when Manny was here, where he wants to do all those twists and stunts and all that stuff, all that extra wasted energy. If you're saying that the defensive line is fatigued and we say we got depth, why are we doing all this extra stuff? Yerby could pass Black Allen's more like Rooster being real. No, no, Birdstone. I'm talking about the run style. I'm not talking about as an overall package. I'm talking about just the shiftiness that Joseph Yerby had. No, I'm not. No. Yerby a dog. Like, Yerby dog. For real. Edge not explosive. But you know, QB, he looks explosive when he's doing all those moves. It's like the guy that shoot basketball and he can dribble real good, but he can't do a layup. He can't shoot a jump shot. He can't pass. But if you give him the ball, da, 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 that's what he is. And again, that's why I hate when I cannot see stuff live and I have to go by he say, she say. Because I'm up here looking, because after Canes Fest, it was almost like, Don Chaney ain't gonna see the field. AJ Reggie Bush, but can't take a pass. Bruh, we not gonna do Reggie like that. No. I'm trying to think who. Again, like I said, I don't know, man. Rooster was a big play waiting to have a positive and negative fumble. Hey, hey, we ain't gotta deal with that problem no more. Go Tigers. That's SMU troubles now. But but you know what? Just looking at it right now, if Rooster was here right now, Rooster would be wasted. Cause we're not throwing the ball to the running backs. So Rooster would be wasted here. Um, I mean, like I said, I don't know what Lynch. I don't know what we're doing. Right? I don't know. But I need for us to get this figured out. Right? If we be a real citizen, our most complete back, 6'4", fast power, pepper. Birdstone, you my dog, but Birdstone, chill. We can't do that. That man, like I said, that man got as many college snaps as I got. AJ Allen got to coach doghouse. That's why they had played him. Yeah, I heard he got in the doghouse, but he's just another guy. He's just another guy. I'm not saying he's a jag, but well, that is a jag, just another guy. But I don't mean it like that. But he's just another guy. You know, he's I don't necessarily know if in an offense like this we can maximize his potential. You know what I mean? I think like this offense really build it really helps a guy like he still ain't Portis, but he is nice. But we don't like to use our nice players much. Studio, it's like I said, it's like Shannon Dawson is trying to figure stuff out on the fly. Like I said, Georgia Tech, Bashard gets 2 carries, and I'm sitting up here like Bashard ain't ran the ball all year. Come on. Hey, go take. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's what it is. Joker said, he's Clint Portis. Like, stop it. That's disrespect for the Clint Portis. We're talking about a man's a borderline Hall of Fame running back. And you're talking about after a glorified scrimmage against the second team, mind you, he's the best. Yeah, we give a shot. Carry throw the ball. I don't know. We gave him the 2 carries and put him back on the bench. I don't know, man. Like he's trying to figure stuff out. It's like he doesn't know what to use. And so now people talking about, oh, well, Arroyo is back now, so we're going to get he ain't no Clint Porter, stop the cat right now. I know he's not. We're a Dolphin. I know he's not. But at the Canes Fest, you couldn't tell the people that were saying it. And I'm sitting up here like, bro, did we hit a jackpot in the portal? And guess what? Ain't none of them people that said that begging to see him on the field. Can't listen to some of these. I'm not saying y'all need to listen to me either, but some of these people, they were people saying that, exactly. That's where it came from, Go Tigers. Twitter. It came from Twitter. And a couple people that went to Canesville, they said, I mean, I know it's against the second team, but bro, he's averaging like 20 yards a carry. I was like, I got excited. But I'm like, but listen, bro, y'all not about to have me diminishing AJ Allen. You're not gonna have me doing that. But I don't know, man. Let's get back on defense, right? I think this would be a good game for Cam Kitchens to reintroduce himself to college football. And to me, I think I have to take a step back because I've been critical of Cam, right? I've been critical of Cam. And I have to really take a step back and say, man, we really saw a traumatic experience for him happen on the field, right? He was in all of our prayers, and he had to be rushed to the hospital, and I don't know what the final result was. So Allen is a change of pace, change of direction, back, create lateral quickness, shifted, but he just don't have breakaway speed so far on the back like with the CJ. I told you, man, he is the basketball player that can dribble the ball really good. He's the, but so from a mental standpoint, we don't know what Cam is at mentally. I'm just trying to be objective. Like we don't know where he is mentally, right? He's not playing like we want him to play. And could that be? Because let's put this in perspective, right? You have an experience like that. I'm not going to put the END term out there, but you had a interesting experience on the field, and so it's kind of like mentally, how do you bounce back from that? You know what I mean? Because it happened against A&M. He missed a couple of games. Then he's back on the field, right? Oh, well, he's back practicing. So it's like, but mentally, has he cleared that particular hurdle? And that's kind of what I'm looking at. So, I mean, I don't know, So that when I thought about that, it said, I got to look at this Cam Kitchen situation a completely different way because it's like, has he cleared that mental hurdle? Because that was scary. Like that was really scary to see a player carted off the field and said that he has to be rushed to a neurological facility. It's like, yo, if that freshman go across the middle, Giants and Cam better flatten him. What was the extent? I don't know what the extent of the injury was, Dolphin. I mean, all I've heard someone say was like they label it as a concussion. But I've never seen a concussion like that. Not saying concussions are one size fit all, but I've never seen concussion like that. And like I said, but I'm not going to put any extra sauce on it. James and Cam are due for a huge game. They need to bounce back. James has been playing well this year. He's accepted the role that he's been in. He's played well, but again, He hasn't played at that level that we want. It was like that. Like people were upset with Corey Flagg on that touchdown to the running back, and it's like if you look at the video, like James Williams is here, Corey Flagg is here. The running back goes that way. James Williams watches the running back cross his face, and there came fans who were so upset with Corey Flagg. You want them, you want Corey Flagg to go behind James Williams and catch a guy that's already over there. So look at this. He's all the way over there, and Corey Flagg is all the way over here. And you want Corey Flagg to come on, man. They just mad with Corey Flagg, bro. Like, give it a break. Chill out. You know? I can see TVD leading us to a win versus Clemson. We have to keep our foot on Clemson's neck. Well, yes, Giants need to make wide receiver and tight end fear him. Their heads need to be on the swivel looking for him. You know, Birdstone, this was about 15, 20 years ago. I think James Williams would be a factor. But you know what, though? I'm going to say this, though, Birdstone. I'm going to agree with you. Let me take that back. I'm going to agree with you. Because that hit that he put on Evan Stewart, I think that rattled Evan Stewart. I think it did. And that's what we need. We need James Williams to be that, to make an enforcement. Because it was like that Texas A&M game, like, it's like, bro was on some Giants too soft for 20 years ago football, please. Nate Wiggins and Antonio Williams are back, which is big for Clemson. So where does Antonio Williams go, Tyke? Is he a receiver, running back? You know, what is it? I'm glad you're here in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I'm objective, I'm respective, and all this stuff like that. So we ain't, you know, Buddy from UGA Stars, wide receivers. You know, bro, Malachi Stars is a problem. That's an athlete. Oh, they're DBs. Okay, so that okay. I did hear someone say something about if Clemson gets one of the corners or something back, that could be interesting. I'm tired of JW being given excuses. Studio, I'm not giving no excuses. You're a junior. Plain and simple. You're a junior. There are no more excuses to give. You know what I mean? So I have no excuse for him. Anything, but like I said, the only thing I'm gonna say is about, like I said about Cam. Where's his mental? Okay, that's for QB. Okay. That's for his just mental. Like where you at mentally? Because you're the leader. You're the leader of the defense. He was a freshman All-American. Wide receiver last year, but he hurt his ankle and been out 3 weeks. Oh, okay. TVD injury. TVD said it's progressing. It's getting better week to week. Whatever that means. You know, I don't know. But like I said, I know he's been hit more these past 2 games than he's been hit. Nate Wiggins, one of the top corners in the country. Okay, cool. What is he, outside? Is he slot? You know, because we got one of the top receivers in the country. Now, I ain't going to just let you come in here and just, you know, get that off and think I'm not going to come back and tell you, you better be watching for 3. Y'all let Dabo tell y'all 7 is all I need to worry about. And you worry about 3. He better not get on 3. Nah. That should be a good matchup though. I like good. Wiggins got with Keon Coleman. Okay. Keon Coleman next. Jacoby George ain't Keon Coleman though. I think Jacoby George is a better route runner. Think that. But Keon Coleman probably more physical though. For real. Wiggins good, but George on the dumb movie Burnt Toast. Yeah. Hey, but you know what, Birdstone? As if I'm gonna be petty. That's only if X being the read is further down the field. Because if X is 2 yards right there, boop. No, well, you know, I'm joking though. But I think it's gonna be a good game though, man. I wonder what the turnout is gonna be, right? Because I really want to come to this game, but I was out last weekend, so I had to come. I came home this weekend, so I said, you know, I might try to make it down to the Louisville game. Shot seems Miami has struggled recruiting outside corner position when I was recruiting slots. Wow, how well is that? Outside he had 5 targets. I can't read that. I hate doing this on my phone. Let me see. I can't. Oh, let me see. Never mind. Outside corners. You know what, Anthony? That's something I've always wondered about because you literally can count on one hand or just you can literally count the guys over the last couple of years at outside corner that we've got that really have been that guy. We gotta go back to Artie Burns. Tyreek Stevenson would have been that guy if he would have originally committed to Miami out of high school. It was him. Then we gotta go back to Artie. Then we gotta go back to Tracy Howard. And it's just Keon Coleman and route runner Needles Wilson. Yeah, I don't think Keon Coleman route runner. I believe he has only allowed 2 catches all year. His caps better. No, it wasn't that I couldn't see it. It was just that it was two comments up there at the same time, and I can't pull them back up. No, it's not that I couldn't see it. It was just that it was vanishing too fast. No, but you good. Um, but yeah, man, outside corner, that's been tricky, man. I remember that. I remember the year though, when Vernon Hargraves Jr. was coming out. And the talk was, bro, man, we're gonna get Vernon Hargraves, we're gonna match him with Tracy Howard. And T Rob said, let me get that. Let me get that. So, but I don't know. When you miss on 5-star corners, South Florida, because our team is hard the past few decades, teams like Alabama, Georgia, I think that's the reason. I don't know. I don't really know, Anthony, because I think it comes down to a lot of things, though, bro. It really just comes down to just production. I'm gonna tell you something. Kirby Smart said. This was before a die came, and Kirby Smart said it's a finite number or it's a finite amount of pure cover corners that's coming out of high school, and when you identify that guy, it's a must that you get that guy, right? It's a must that you get that guy. And I remember a couple of 5-star corners that haven't panned out. I remember when Al Golden was here, and Trinity Christian was the private school, and Kevin Tolliver II was a big deal. And it was a story like Kevin Tolliver had went to like a Jaguars like mini camp or something and had put Clemson on like the number 1 receiver. So it's like, but he goes to LSU and he doesn't live up to it. You know what I mean? Clemson flipped Nate Wiggins from LSU is a 4-star. Okay. So I don't really necessarily know, man. I think it's more so about when you talk about these corners, it's almost like you need to find a good wide receiver with good ball skills and good quickness and and sell them on you can potentially make more money being a corner. Like you'll be deemed more valuable. Like that's the only solution that I have for this right now. Because I remember when Herb Waters was here. And I remember it was one off season where it was like Gold and them were like they were just practicing doing some stuff. And they were like, man, Herb Waters, JoJo Trader, Shy, can you please preach about Mario being more of a recruiter, not a coach, bro? I don't get into all that, man. Get into all that. Do you think it would be hurt the confidence for TVD more if Mario benched him like you said? Anthony, if Mario puts, I said this, I said this on the live Monday. I said if Mario benches TVD, it's over with. You can't put him back in the game. He's mentally shot. Not all the best corners are 5-star. To be honest, you just have to have your evaluation strength and well developed. Exactly. Go Tigers. But yeah, JoJo Trader. Like I know most people would say, look, bro, we need JoJo Trader as a wide receiver. But if JoJo Trader shows that he has a higher ceiling at corner, bro, you might need to think about putting him over there. I remember when DJ Daz was coming in. Like DJ Daz was literally working out at corner. And I was one of the people to say, look, if he can play at corner, put him at corner. But, he ended up being running back, and it worked out. JoJo is a beast, cornerback for real. I mean, like I said, I don't know. But that's the type of stuff that you have to do if you want that type of guy, right? Because I think some people forget, but and I'm sure all of y'all have heard this before, like a corner literally has to be one of the best, if not the best athletes on the entire team. Because you have to be able to react in a split second. You have to backpedal as fast as a guy is running forward. It's just so much stuff you have to do. So if that happens and we put JoJo at corner, does that open up a spot at receiver for Jeremiah? I don't know. I think Jeremiah Smith has a spot here at Miami regardless of what ends up happening. But the thing of it is, I don't know if they can if they can sell JoJo on it. I don't want a situation like what's my man name? The one that just got out. Shot, you think Mario used two quarterbacks for Clemson? No, we don't need to do that. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need to do that because I think the way that our game plan is set up and the scheme that we're running, I don't I think that would do more harm than good because against a defense like Clemson, we can't have any wasted plays. Like we can't. Now, if we would experiment it with something like that, maybe against like Bethune and Temple to kind of get a gauge of it, I would be all for it. But I don't think the game against Clemson is the game to start. Trying two quarterbacks out there. Like, no, I don't think that's the game to do that because that's something the University of Texas did against Oklahoma. They would put, they brought in the fourth string quarterback, to run the ball. Do you find it strange JB hasn't played at least one game yet? No, I don't find it, Studio. To be honest, I don't. Because the way I look at it is we have after this game, we'll have 5 games left. So now, if after because we play Virginia, Studio, if he does not play in the NC State game, the Florida State game, the Louisville game, and the Boston College game, I'm right there with you. But I think you got to kind of stagger those 4 games that we put him in. Better not call one read option played in because TVD not going to pull it in the run. He ran again. Supposedly JB told football he was rich. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you can tell him that you're redshirting, but you still eligible to play 4 games, right? Redshirting is not what it used to be back in the day before they changed the rule, where it's like if you play a game, your red shirt is burned. Like, no, you get 4 games. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, when he does play, I don't want it to be one of those situations where he's just getting in the game and taking snaps and running the ball. Like that's not helping him. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like the first thing to be say, oh, he's dangerous with his legs. Like, no, I want to say he's a dangerous quarterback, period. That's what I want to hear. So I don't mean to offend the coach, but it seems like our coaches that had past reviews, we've always, oh man, that thing going fast. We've always tended to hire a group of 5 or Division III coordinators who've never coached in P5. No Cruiser plan out was to redshirt and develop. He wants to develop. Y'all coming from him and his camp. Okay. If JB plays, he needs to be a quarterback, not a package. Exactly, QB. Me and you on the same page with that. I don't want no package. I hate when I hear people say package. I've never heard, like, again, I'm not trying to turn this into something it's not, but I ain't heard nobody say, oh, well, man, we need to get Emory Williams in on a package. I don't want to hear nothing about no packages. This ain't Amazon. If you bring in JB to run the ball, it's just a flag to Clemson when he's coming in for a run. Exactly. Go Tigers. I'm not saying I'm not questioning your football knowledge, but you can see that. It's just like when we put Van Wilder out on the field. They know we're running the ball more times than not. Like he's there to block. Exactly. I don't. This ain't Amazon talking about. Oh well, let's put Corey in for a package. A package what? Let him throw the ball. If Ty continues to struggle, you think Mario Coach Dawson look at train for report for veteran quarterback? I don't know. Doesn't want a package again coming from him in his camp. Exactly. He don't need no package. No. I'm gonna tell you this, Anthony. No, I don't. No. I don't want no transfer portal quarterback. I want the coaches to do what they're supposed to do. I want y'all to, because again, not saying that you're one of those people that say that, but there's many Miami Hurricane fans that say, look, we don't need to be building a program through the portal. That's not sustainable. So again, if you bring in a transfer portal quarterback, that automatically means you're giving him the job. So how is that helping Jakari and how is that helping Emory? At some point, you got to deal with the homegrown guys that you got. That's just me. Because I've seen guys like Jakari come in, win games, play well. I've seen it. I did a video in the offseason of where I think he would be on the low end and where he would be on the high end. That's what I did. But that allows coaches just to start development. Exactly. It's making the job easier for you. And it's like, bro, you're making X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Look, Canes fan, Jakari is coming to take over for 24 and 25. And not just a job, but they can play out true. I would rather develop our guys. We have a corporate agreement. The reason why I brought that up is because we have a lack of depth of experience at position buyers. I mean, Anthony, that's the thing though. We unfortunately, personally, you only get a transfer quarterback if necessary. Just, yeah, Anthony, this is my thing. That's why I'm so happy about the red shirt rule. Is that we need to see Jakari in these last 4 games to see where he's at. Because too much was made about that Canes fest, right? It was too much negativity towards Jakari, and it was too much positivity to AJ Allen, right? AJ Allen does not look like what they said from Canes fest. And people are, and like again, I'm gonna tell you what pissed me off. I was on Twitter the other day, and someone showing a clip of Jakari throwing the ball to X against Clemson. And they're like, oh, this is the guy that y'all want the quarterback. It's like, bro, I remember when Brad Collier was a freshman. We were in the freaking red zone against Louisville. Brad Collier takes the snap. He skips the ball to Stacy Coley. He skipped the ball to Stacy Coley. We're in the freaking red zone. And again, do you think someone's gonna come back and show that play? To say to exemplify, oh, this is what Brad Kay is? No. Brian has the best experience. Not too many QBs go into Clemson as a freshman and compete in a night game. Definitely a better test than first. Exactly. But again, that's on him. Again, this is the whole thing about it, bro. Birdstone, that's everything about it. When Jakari was being recruited, the first thing I heard people say, well, bro, he's not unless Tyler decides to come back, we need a veteran quarterback if staff feels that Brown or Will's not ready to be a starting man. But again, Anthony, I'm gonna look at it like this though. I think that's gonna be it's not gonna be just dependent on TVD. I think this is gonna be very dependent on who comes back and who elects to leave. Right? Because I think if Jalen Rivers still has eligibility. Cohen has eligibility. I think maybe Matt Lee may have a year. Obviously, Inez Cooper and Francis are still going to be here. So if all of them come back, I may be tempted to take a transfer portal quarterback. No TVD has to move on a period. Hey, Bird, I ain't going to touch that, man. I'm rocking with TVD as long as he's here, man. If you want to come back next year, hey, it's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get bent out of shape. But I will say this, though. If the offensive line comes back, I would love for us to take one of the quarterbacks that we have and let them play behind that. The real question is it best to move on to NFL another team for the veteran? It should leave this year TV drove his stock up, so TVD gone. What did you say? The real question is it best to move on? I mean, that's gonna be up to TVD. It's gonna be up to TVD. Because don't need a veteran quarterback if you develop a lot of quarterbacks to redshirt freshmen. Yeah. This is my thing about it though. If we bring back a good offensive line, I would be more than happy to allow for one of the freshmen to play because I think the best thing in the world was that when Brad Kaya got the starting job in 2014 was that was the last year that we had a really good offensive line and he got to play behind it. And then we had that kind of lull in 15. And 16, they were pretty good. But 14 was like that last good unit that we had. And it was good for Brad to play behind it so he didn't have to be worrying about, seeing ghosts everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I hope. I wouldn't want us to waste a good offensive line for a transfer portal quarterback, and then our guys actually have to come in and play behind the crap. Not saying that Maribel and Mario can't develop, but I'm just saying I'm playing devil's advocate because sometimes some players need to change that. Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that back up. Go Tigers. I don't know. I mean, again, but again, these are the situations that we're dealing with. TVD wanted to leave twice. Allegedly. The second time was alleged. I don't know why Sam Hartman left. That's kind of mind-boggling to me, but I don't know. I mean, if he left, I mean, where would he go? Like I said this on my live the other day. He doesn't like football is fun to him. You know what I'm saying? Like football is not fun to him, and it could be like a Bo Nix type of resurgence if he went somewhere else. You know what I mean? It could be, but at the same time, that pressure's not gonna leave. Like the pressure not gonna leave because you're gonna go somewhere, so they're gonna be like, Sam wanted to prove he was an assistant quarterback. Oh, okay, yeah. This is where I'm seeing if they can convince a guy like George McIntyre to commit from Brentwood Academy in Tennessee. Okay, and then I don't really keep up with a lot of the recruiting stuff, so what you just said is like a foreign language to me. Sales also knew the way it was gonna be trashed and shit. Yeah, true. Wake wanted to move forward, Griffs or whatever his name is. Okay, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we midway through the season and we could flip a light switch and things go, right. That's like I said, I try to be objective. I don't want to be too down. I don't want to be too up. So I mean, I'm glad TVD's here. If he wants to leave after this year, whether it's to the NFL or it's to another team, he got my blessings. You know what I'm saying? He's to me he's he's one of the two best quarterbacks we've had in the last 15 years. And that says a lot when you look at the amount of quarterbacks that come through here. Or you may say that doesn't say a lot because look at the quarterbacks that we've had come through here. But he's right behind Brad Collier to me, you know. So it's unfortunate, but it kind of is what it is. Um, he's a good kid, but I think it would be benefit Tyler to go to a group of five first, develop his time, then come to a school like Miami. Oh, you're talking about him? Okay. Group of five. Okay. Just like Pitt, wide receiver left for USC, and Pickett left him and Collier the best. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I knew the wide receiver from Pitt was going to leave because George McIntyre is big on Bama. That's where I see him going. Oh, I don't know. Brentwood. Brentwood, that ain't the school that Corn came from, is it? What school out of. Did Jalen Ramsey go to that school? Because it seems like that school, for some reason, is resonating with me for some reason. I'm not from Tennessee, but X has eligibility left. Bro, wouldn't that be crazy? But you know what? I think some people would be happy. If X and TVD left together after this year, it would be some people happy. But I wouldn't be happy because it's like, no, I ain't gonna say that. I mean, I'm indifferent about it, man, because I think we got some people. I think okay, that's why okay. That's what again, like I said, it sounds like I've heard that name somewhere before from a player that went there. Okay, Jalen Ramsey went there. Okay. Cool. Um, I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Um, we do need to get X more involved. Not X, but we need to get Brashad more involved. I ain't gonna say we need to get the tight ends more involved because, like I said, I'm not touching that subject. King Download, Jalen Ramsey, Derek Barnett, Dawson. Okay, that's what I want to actually. If X does Tyler go with him? Oh, I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't know if they're tied at the hip like that. I know they're roommates and they may be best friends, but I don't know if it's. I know I made mention of the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving like friendship on my other live, but I don't know if it's a situation like that. If X like, look, bro, they don't appreciate us here. Let's leave. I don't know if Tyler be like, okay, let's go. Like, I don't know if it's a situation like that, but I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened. TBD Bob Rambo and Harley, he hasn't always been extra line QB, but hey, me and you on the same page. We know why he's throwing the ball to X, because that's what the system calls for. And to me, I can see TVD transferring to Bama SMU. Bro, I can't listen. TVD has all the time, but sometimes it like the natural stuff doesn't come naturally. Thinks too much when he should just play. Like I said, he can run, but won't when he feel pressure. QB, yeah. But TVD, I've been worrying two guys, then he panics. Um, I can't see TVD going to Bama. You can't. I can't because if the pressure at Miami is getting to you, what do you think the pressure at the University of Alabama is? What do you think that pressure is gonna be? Like if we bring you in, for me, what's scary seems like Coach Jamil might lead to NFL coach there after this season. He might. He was flirting with he was flirting with a different job in the off season. So he might. I don't know. And that's another thing. Like we have to take that in consideration too, bro. Like with this transfer portal, like it is, and like the grinding and stuff like that, man. Some guys make like I just want to coach, and if Coach Adai goes to NFL or something like that, hey, that's great for that brother. I hope he continues on the upward tradition. My question: we got all this talent, offensive TV has not done that much with it, bro. I I, I said it earlier. It seems like Shannon Dawson is still trying to figure it out. Simple as that. That's the only answer I can give. I don't know if that answer will is sufficient to you, but that's the answer that I'm giving to you. It looks like he's still trying to figure it out. Like you bring Brashard in, give him 2 carries, and send him about his way. You bring Ray Joseph in, throw him a screen pass, he gets a first down. Then you bring him in motion and throw him a little pop pass, he gets about 7 to 8 yards. We don't see that anymore. Okay. Panic part isn't pride. Pain is cool. You move when you panic, but freezing. Yes, I think that certain coaches, that's the reason why I left for the NFL because you can't deal with the daily grind of recruiting every day and the person that don't fit. Yeah, I mean, it's too much, right? And I know some people have already kind of turned sour on college football as a whole because of like what's really going on. But like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Like, people are gonna get burned out with this. Like seriously. Like, I'm all here for it. Let it crash and burn, and then let it reset. Don't stop it now. Let it crash and burn, and we pick up the pieces. I'm for a little calamity every now and again, and this would be great calamity for me to watch college football in its current state to crash and burn. Let it go. Let it crash and burn. For real. Hey, any of y'all heard about the Michigan situation? I know it ain't Canes related, but they're investigating the Michigan Wolverines because Jim Harbaugh allegedly has been spying on other teams, not just Big Ten teams, but playoff caliber teams. Major infractions. No, Birdstone is way past stealing signs. They like actually got people going to other games that they're not even on their schedule. I'm gonna make a crazy prediction. XFL and US merger might become a minor league system for NFL. That could be Anthony. I did a video about that in the off season. It didn't get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure the algorithm out, but it didn't get a lot of views. And that's exactly what I said. Because I was looking at what the requirements are, the pay, all that stuff like that. And yeah, that could be a great alternative. That could be a great alternative. Because I think what I read, like for the XFL and stuff, like you just have like you don't even have to go to college. You know what I mean? You can like literally graduate high school and try out for the team. Not saying you're gonna make the team, but you're gonna try out. Cause I was saying like if an NIL is really what an NIL is, this is what I was trying to express on the video. If an NIL is what it says it is, what's stopping a player in college from getting an NIL deal? Because again, it's my name, image, and my likeness. So that means I should be able to take my name, image, and likeness, and I should be able to take it wherever, and that value associated with it is supposed to still be there. So if I got $1 million NIL deal over 3 or 4 years, I should be able to leave that school. But that's not going to happen because we know that we're paying you to go to this said school. But let's just say if it was legit NIL, nothing is stopping some of these superstar players from leaving after 1 year and going to the XFL. And seemingly like you said, Bird, it being like a G League, it got a $20 million NIL deal over 4 years. I'm not going pro. No thanks. Bro, if someone pays somebody $20 million over 4 years, and this what I'm devil's advocate. What if you get hurt? Can you be like Derrick Rose over there and just sitting on the bench for like 2 years and don't have to play? Like, nah. But that's what I'm saying. So I do think it could be a situation where that happens. But yeah, college football is gonna crash and burn. It has to. It needs a reset. It has to. I just hope we can get a national title out of it before it crashes. Because At the current rate, I've said this on other shows, bro. College football players and basketball players need to bow down and kiss the feet of abandoned brothers. If it wasn't for them, they wouldn't be. You're right. It depends. Could be a school collective in a contract states you played 3 years. See, that's the problem, Go Tigers. That's not an NIL deal. That's you're paying me to go to your school. And that's not where it's supposed to be. So that's that's what it is. And apparently, from what I'm seeing, a lot of these collectives are starting to, you know, fall apart or cease to exist because it's like, bro, we're not seeing a return on investment, which I didn't see a return on investment to begin with. The only return I saw, true, but that NIL system would have, to be honest. But that NIL system with, I don't understand what you're saying. Maybe my interpretation. I don't understand what you're saying. But yeah, it's gonna crash and burn because it's gonna come in the next 2 or 3 years. It's gonna be some guys. It's gonna be dealing with the tax man. Shy can see Mario Cristobal win at least one national title at Miami before college quits. I mean, I can see it too. I think, to be honest, I think it's realistically 10 to 15 programs every year that have a legitimate chance to win a national title. And I think Miami is one of those programs. I think Clemson is one of those programs too. I think, but it's really 10 to 15 programs, really 15, in my honest opinion. And the rest of them, they getting a return on Caleb Williams. They run a commercial. Exactly. See, but that's the thing, Studio. He and Shador, it might be an Ed O type year. It could be. He and Shador, they're making it. Shador's on commercials. Caleb Williams on commercials. They not about to give all these players no doggone commercials. That's real NIL because people know them. True, but this is the NIL system. We have us more like pay. Okay, yeah. But Go Tigers, you got to admit, you have to admit, when they introduced this, you knew it was gonna be pay to play, because I'm on a Miami chat board, and they're saying yes, this is gonna work out so well for Miami because we got so many business. I'm like, bro, this is NIL. That means if a business in Miami wants to sponsor a player in Pittsburgh, they have the right to. That doesn't mean they have to sponsor players in Miami that go to Miami. The objective of my business is to grow. So it would be smart for me to maybe go get an NIL player that goes to the University of Texas or something like that. I'm not paying you to go to the University of Miami. Who said I didn't graduate from the University of Miami. You know what I mean? And so when I hear people say, man, we got to give them a bag or something like this, like, bro, that's not what NIL is for. You want to pay a player to come to the University of Miami. Yes and no, because people expect restrictions of some sort, but they decide not to. But hey, listen, I don't want no restrictions. I want this to crash and burn. That's what I want. I want this to crash and burn. Because I think it needs to work like that. I think it needs to get to a point where the people that writing the checks, like, look, man, hey, look, because this is what's gonna happen. The people that's writing the checks, if it crashes, will it get back? Yeah, it's gonna get back up. It's too profitable. It's too lucrative. Yeah, it's gonna get back up. Because my whole thing is this. This is my vision for college football. Like Anthony was talking about the XFL and USFL merging. No, I think it's gonna be 20 programs that are going to treat their football programs like extra entities that are not associated with the school itself, but they still go by the school name, and they're going to go into some type of pool where they are playing in their own league, like not under the NCAA regulations, maybe like with the XFL and USFL, because those are notable names. That helps because you have notable people. I think that's what's going to happen. 20 programs will end up becoming semi-pro leagues from these particular 20 programs. So, yeah, it'll get back up, but it's going to have to go do that first, though. I think it's going to go over there because that way you can put you can have like a Roger Goodell type of um counselor because they talking about super conferences. Like, bro, like let's be for real. It's like 110 schools, right? So like if you talking about two super conferences, like, bro, you already know that the teams at the bottom have no opportunity to get to the top. Like, I'm listening to this radio show in Detroit. They're Michigan State alum. They're like, bro, if Michigan State do not, if they can't hire Urban Meyer, they might well shut the program down because they know USC is coming, UCLA is coming. Players like yours have soured some people when he got a meal from Ohio State, then dipped to play for the team, to play for the Yeah. So to prevent Go Tigers, to prevent that from happening in the future, let's just take these 20 programs and let's put them over here by themselves, and y'all just play football. Y'all recruit people to come play football. We're not gonna worry about the academic side of it. Y'all just here to play football. Coaches, y'all just here to play football, recruit and develop. We ain't worried about no academic stuff, none of that. I'm late getting in chat, but I think TVD as a 3-year starter getting too much NIL performing like he is, bro. Do it their quarterback. I don't know what TVD getting. I know some people say it was like a meal ticket, but I don't know. Hey, look, Jeffrey, all I'm saying is this. Look, TVD agent finessed. As they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. We had the two super conferences is playing this day. Yeah, that's where we're heading. But it's gonna end up being like some of these teams in these two super conferences are gonna be just like G5 programs. The athletic budget is not gonna be there because what's gonna start happening, which is what they're talking about doing in ACC, is like profit sharing. Like the more you do for the conference, the more money you get paid. So again, people gonna say, "Well, that's not fair." Well, life is not fair. But that's what's going to end up happening. So in order to balance that out, you have to take these programs. You got to put them over by themselves. Miami, Florida State, Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Ohio State, Michigan, USC, Texas, Oklahoma. Throw Penn State in there. What's another one? I know I'm missing one. Maybe like Texas A&M, Tennessee. Notre Dame. I think that's all of them. I may be missing one or two, but yeah, you gotta take all them programs and you gotta put them over there by themselves because for one, they're some of the most notable. Oh yeah, and Oregon too. Overtime team will get pushed out. Exactly. You're gonna get pushed out, but it's not you get pushed out. It's like no, we're gonna take these two entities and we're gonna treat it like it's the NFL. We're gonna have the North and the South. We're gonna name the divisions, and then we're gonna split them up. Don't need to be the beat to get a lot of money. Oh yeah, QB, you're right about that. Kirk Cousins, first quarterback, get a fully guaranteed contract. You like that? So nah, you ain't gotta be the best. But I think yeah, that's what's going on, and that's what's I ain't gonna say it's unfortunately, but I mean that's what's gonna happen. You know, and to me, I think it actually will increase. I don't think it's gonna be so detrimental. Shad, that's a big gripe now with the ACT team. They don't even own their images. What you mean, AC? What you mean? Oh, you talking about the grant of rights thing? Just got to be smooth talking to get that bag. I don't even think he's smooth. I think Mario folded. Let's be real. I think Mario folded because, like I said, I did a video in the offseason like about this. The way Mario attacked the portal, the way we went about some of these transactions, he pushed all the chips to the middle of the table because it's like I got to show something this year. And again, the year isn't over. The year isn't over. You know, it isn't over. I mean, we could very well end up those only two losses of the season. I mean, and it turns out to be a success. Or it could turn into be 6-6, 7-5, 8-4. But, you know, but he pushed all the chips to the center of the table. He did that. Um, but no, Birdston, I think Miami, the university actually owns the U. I think that's trademark. So they own that. They own that. I can't speak for the other schools, but I know Miami has the U trans trademark. I know they have that. So they'll be fine, in terms of talking about images and, just the logos for the school. So I don't think Miami's at any, I don't think Miami gonna lose no money over that or whatever like that. But yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. It has to. College football and football in general is becoming, or what not becoming, it is the most popular sport. And just looking at the NFL playing games over in London and stuff like that, and I think what they were playing a game over in Germany, what the Patriots and the Colts were playing, and they said like that game was sold out. So they like the NFL is moving to become more of a global sport. So I just think it's just a natural transition. Clemson owns the right. Okay, okay, okay. Look more into it, big dog. Okay, 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 Birdstone. I'll look into it. So what you saying, Bird, is you saying like Miami has the trademark for it, but being in the ACC, they don't outright like own it. Is that what you're saying? I mean, I love the research stuff, but I just want to kind of see if that's kind of like what you're alluding to. You know what I mean? But yeah. But getting back to the game though, man. It's a good conversation though. Getting back to the game. Yeah, because I told somebody I was figure out I was gonna say why a win for us would be important, why a win for them would be important. But a win for us, I think it gets us off of this 2-game slide. Clemson is still a big name, and it would be a good win, a great win, not just a good win, it'd be a great win. I think it would show recruits that again that the two things that obviously the games that happened the past 2 weeks, that just happens during the season. We still need you all to get over the hump. I think it would do tremendous for the confidence of Tyler, especially if he's at the forefront of leading us to a victory like that. I think that may maybe kind of help him a little bit. And I think it rejuvenates the locker room, and I think it rejuvenates the fan base because I think over these past 2 weeks, I think there's been a divide. Um, Obviously, it was a divide last year, and then the first 4 games happened, and kind of everybody was on board. Then these last 2 games happened, and then it just fell apart again. So I think it could go a long way in mending the fan base. You know what I mean? And as for Clemson, we're on a big name. People have claimed we are a dead program. Oh, I don't know. Look, to me, y'all, I'm saying that UM can't lead this conference and think they're gonna go play on NBC, ESPN with Sue. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, I see what you're saying, Burstone. Oh, no, 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 no. I see what you're saying. You saying from an individual standpoint. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm talking about when this thing crashes and burns, like NCAA, ESPN, like, nah, no, no, y'all, nah. No, ESPN is still good. But the thing about it is that this though, if this crashes and burns, any contractual stuff like this, you gotta think, like you got Amazon, you got other streaming services. Like this is gonna go to the highest bidder because it's gonna be very, very profitable entity to have. Right? That's the way I'm looking at these 15 to 20 programs that I'm talking about is going to probably end up eventually leaving and forming his own thing. That's gonna be very valuable. ESPN can stay with the rest because y'all not gonna outbid Amazon for 20 marquee programs that have name recognition, they have a strong fan base, they have loyalty, all this stuff. You're not gonna outbid Amazon for that. Fox would be around. They just gave Big Ten to me. See, like that's the thing. Like Fox, NBC, ABC, all this stuff like this. Like those 20 programs by themselves in a situation where they're working it. You get one. You get one. What you want to call it? You get one. Like I say, a commissioner or something like that. Mobile quarterbacks winning championships in college. I agree. But I think that an exception will be this year because I think as the weeks go by, I'm really I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Washington and Michael Penix. And he's not very mobile. Um, he's just man, they lethal. They lethal. So I think that. But in the grander scheme of things, Jeffrey not trying to make it seem like a one off. Yeah, mobile quarterbacks are winning. Like, that's serious business. Um and again, like I feel like TVD is mobile. BT always dipping in the HBC side. I think TVD is mobile. But I just think that it's like when you play football. Like I remember I was playing football and a guy asked me one time, he said, bro, would you rather hit or get hit? And I told him, I said, I'd rather hit than get hit. That's what I would rather do. Because able to run and mobile is yeah. Go Tigers, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can make that distinction. But yeah, I told him, I said, man, I'd rather hit. I don't want to get hit. And I think that's how a lot of players are. I'd rather hit than get hit. Yeah, he mobile. He just forget he can run like Forrest. No, bro. He ain't forgetting. It's that them licks hurt a little bit more. Like somebody said something like TVD used to run. And I said, bro, I don't even want to envision TVD taking off running and Jeremiah Trotter got a bead on him. No, 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 no. Man, you gotta come pick TVD up out the field, man. I don't want nothing like that. And now again, if you get hit in the pocket, that's a different thing. That's a part of the game. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the position. What's up, Ayo? Sound great. We can run that. Around what? Bruh. Bruh. Ain't no way in the world, bruh. Yeah, you can't hide QBs. All I gotta do is slide. Bruh, y'all see TVD run, man. I don't know what it is. It's like against TVD and try. No, 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 no. Go Tigers. Chill out, man. No, 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 no. At no point do I want Jeremiah Trotter within 2 yards of TVD. The even deliver the hit to stand there and get the real. Bruh, if Jeremiah listen, I would be right hand to the man. If Jeremiah Trotter is coming on a blitz or coming off the edge, bruh, I want listen. I want somebody to run off the bench and tackle that man. Get the 15-yard. I don't want Jeremiah Trotter nowhere near TVD. And QB, you need to chill out too. Lower his shoulder. Man, Jeremiah try to break TVD. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all not even being serious. Y'all not even being serious. Tries the most blitz linebacker on the team. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I need some. Listen, we need to put. Listen, we need to hit him. Look, what if he gets hit? It's football, it's part of the game. You do what it takes to win. He ran against Temple. Hey, tells of the father. Yeah, he ran against Temple. You know why he ran against Temple? Because Temple ain't gonna hit him as hard as Clemson gonna hit him. That's why he ran. But if he get hit in the pocket again, that's a part of the game. It's been plenty of time TV. He could have run for 5 and slid, but no, look to throw the X and double coverage, and then when turnover kills do, he ran because Trotter wasn't on the field. That's what I'm saying. He tried to listen. He ran against UNC, and he realized this ain't Temple, this ain't Bethune-Cookman. I'm not running no more. They hit TVD so hard, they had to review it for a fumble. Bruh, come on, man. Nah, y'all gotta stop, bruh. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Bruh. We not listen, no. I bet not like that little play that we ran against was it Temple or Georgia Tech? It may have been Georgia Tech when TVD kind of ran to the left and he saw that they was there, Graham Power, Echo's top linebacker court at college football. And TVD ran and them boys got there and he told Kobe, oh no, Kobe, you take it. I don't. TVD don't want that contact. And again, I don't blame him. TVD got beat up last year. Like, I mean, like, all jokes aside, though, all jokes aside. Serious business. TVD got beat up last year. This is why I say Jakir is our future peer. I like Emory, but Emory can't move either. You know what Birds don't know what to say about Emory? I'm going to wait till Emory gets on the field, and I'm going to assess him right there. That's what I'm going to do. Because the thing about it is, and I hate it for this young man, I hope, again, I pray he can live up to those expectations. But if he can't, these same people that are singing his praises, they're going to destroy him. He took a shot to get the ball. Yeah, tells my father. Yes, he took that shot. I was at that game. He took that shot, and he stayed on that field. He laid there. He laid there. It's like he wanted to tap out. And then when he got up, all of us came fans in the stadium, we said TVD, TVD. And it may re-energized him. But he didn't want it. Listen, he didn't want to get up, man. And I don't blame him, because that was a nasty shot, bro. That was a nasty shot. For real, for real. But yeah, tell my father. If he taking those type of hits, cool. That's a part of it. But once you turn yourself into a ball carrier and the offensive line is no longer there, is your shield. No, I don't want TVD doing none of that. After Jakari, we have our next QB in 25 commit from Milton, Luke Nickel. I don't know, bro. 2025 a long way away, bro. For real it is, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of that's going to be dependent upon what the quarterback position look like. A lot of that going to be dependent on if Shannon Dawson is still here, you know. So, I mean, that's a long way away. Now, if he was reclassifying or something like that, I feel more comfortable. But again, I think it's too late in the process to do that. There's only so many on the throw like that QB can take to his risk. Yeah, you can't take too many hits like that, bro. And then again, I don't know. Again, like Coach Cristobal say, we don't discuss injuries. So it could very well be a situation that he gave to TVD could be on the ice pack right now. What did Susan say? Susan said she saw TVD with a leg wrapped up. You saw him with a leg wrapped up. I didn't see that. That was Susan said. Now she could be lying or she could be telling the truth. Luke does it all now as a sophomore one state. I heard about it. Knee brace and heavy limb. I don't know, bro. But yeah. I see a lot of people are high on Luke Nickel. You know what I mean? He was an unexpected commitment, but you got to work on it. It's not about him RPing on us by extending drives, bro. I know what you mean, tell my father. But what I'm saying is, if that man don't want to do it, he's not going to do it. Simple as that. Like I said, I gave the example against Georgia Tech. This man literally threw the ball backwards to Kobe Young. You threw it backwards. All you had to do was lower your shoulder and maybe drove through somebody and gained a yard. TVD said, no. What my man said on Friday, you want something this 2-0 man? TVD said, no. He threw the ball to Kobe Young. I love my Kane, but I'm going to be honest, TVD don't got the heart like Jordan Travis, the most fragile quarterback AC did. You know what, bro? And that's one thing about, and you know what? There's something I like about Jordan Travis, and I liked it about the other quarterback that they had, the DeAndre Francois. That man took a beating at Florida State. A beating. He just kept getting up. He just kept getting up. It's like a Rocky movie, man. But no, I don't want TV. I don't want TV. That was the hit he took running out of bounds, and you're right. He don't want to do that. Of course he don't. Listen, TVD don't want to do none of that. And again, I don't blame him. I was brought here to be a pocket pro-style quarterback. All this Blackman too. Oh yeah. Francois was a tank. I don't know he played. I don't know he played 4 years. Well, Tigers. The Alabama messed him up because he got hurt. He got hurt in the Alabama game. What, did they break his leg or something like that? But yeah, Francois was I don't know how he got up either, bro. Greg had a field day on him and Hornibrook. Yeah, what Florida trash has some trash at quarterback. That stuff it took Travis years to become who he is. Hey, tell them my father. I'm gonna tell you this about Travis. Travis been a punching bag since he been there. But the thing that helped Travis, and I don't care, a Florida State fan can sit here and argue with me all they want to. But the thing that has helped Jordan Travis so much is that they went and got Johnny Wilson, and they went and got Keon Coleman, and they got Jaheim Singletary, and they got that man a run game. And the reason that it's so important to have those big receivers is because Jordan Travis is not an any more accurate quarterback than he was. It's the fact that you're throwing it to guys that got a large catch radius. And I feel like that's the thing that we need to do for Jakari. Isaiah Horton, Jaleel Skinner, Riley Williams, Arroyo, those would be the primary pass catchers for Jakari because they big, they got, catch radius is crazy. Travis took a beating. He's still taking a beating. Tales of our father. He's still taking a beating, but it's paying off now because he can take a hit and throw the ball in the air. And 6'7" Johnny Wilson with what he got a 7-foot wingspan. He'll catch it. So the beating is worth it. And they say Jakiri can't do that. Y'all kill me. Who is y'all, Bursto? Don't put me in that. Jakiri got all my faith. He can do all that. But back to TVD. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Clemson gets through a few times and hit TVD, I ain't saying he gonna tap out. I ain't saying that he gonna go to the sideline and hold his reels. Wheels and problems was he led the nation and dropped it. That's why he ended up. Yeah. But that's the thing. I like go Tigers. That goes back to what you said earlier about if TVD goes, some Travis may have been a punching bag, but he got hard to win. Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm not taking anything away from him. Yeah, he's going out to win. Shout out, we all good Canes Cowboys all day. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I know we good, Birds. I know we good. But like you said, go Tiger. That's just like what you were talking about TVD going somewhere else and need a new, need a new, what you want to call it, a new scenery. That's all Johnny Wilson need. You need a new scenery. That's all. So he turned to be one of the best receivers. But I commend him. Right, he got 6'7", 6 foot on the outside to help. Exactly. That will make any quarterback look better. That was the whole thing about when Cam Newton came out. That's the whole reason they drafted Kevin Benjamin and wanted him to be Cam's number one receiver because they said Cam misses high. And so, I like going back to that video of Jakari. Imagine if Jakari was throwing that pass to Kobe Young. Imagine if that was Jaleel Skinner that Clemson left wide open. That's an accurate pass. But no one would say he only completed that pass because they were tall. They're just gonna say, oh man, that goes from a terrible pass to X to, bro, did you see Jakari make that throw? Clemson better not make a mistake like that again because he's gonna hurt him. But it just so happens X is 5'8" and Jakari misses high. Simple as that. But yeah, that was a good duo till Benjamin lived in Popeyes. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's what Cam needed, and that's what he kind of had at Auburn too. Had I can't remember what the tall receiver name was that they had, but was it Coates? Or did Coates play with Nick Marshall? I can't remember. Jakari had no wide receiver held GT game. If not for Cam and his 3 picks, he would have single-handedly won that game with his legs. But that's good. Hey, Shy, what the deal? Why we ain't targeting some of these South Florida QBs? There's so many. Jeffrey, like I told Anthony, like, bro, that's y'all speaking a foreign language to me about their recruiting. That's a foreign language to me. I don't know. I don't, I don't keep up with it. You know what I mean? I really don't because my whole thing about it is I want to see you get on campus, and then I'll make my assessment once you get on campus, right? But I will say this. I know some people were talking about the Chaminade quarterback, Sammy Coat, Nick Marshall, and what did you say? Had Darvin Adams. Okay, Darvin Adams. We got the talent speed. TVD just has tunnel vision. Constance game against good competition. You got to sort the ball around. Dawson got to change this up in these skin guys. Tales of our father. Hey, brother, you better go check Shannon Dawson's track record. If you think Shannon Dawson about to change something up, Shannon Dawson doing what Shannon Dawson did got him the Miami job. He ain't about to change up for nobody. Shannon Dawson looking to parlay this into a head coaching job. You hear me? Cedric Bailey on Flip Watch. Flip Watch. Where did Bailey commit to anyway? Where he commit to anyway? I know he had a commitment, but where did he commit to anyway? But yeah, NC State. Okay. Yeah. Dave Dorian, they do a pretty good job up there with guys. So I don't think that's a bad spot for him to land. It's not a lot of pressure on you and stuff like that. So but obviously you come to Miami, you're gonna be under a microscope, fairly or unfairly. It's just that's just the way it is. Um, but yeah, tales of our father, bro. I've heard some people say you saw Armstrong. I heard he's not looking so good this year. Hey, but you know what? Think about that. Brendan Armstrong in the same position, same situation as Tyler Van Dyke. Y'all were really, really good in 2021. Put in horrible. He put QBs in the league also. So I've seen and I've accepted X as his tank deal. Exactly. Tales of our father. We don't agree on a lot, but we agree on that. X is the tank deal. Devin Leary. Yeah, Devin Leary went to Kentucky, and Leary got out of there. I don't know if NC State is good for quarterbacks. You know what? They've done a pretty good job. The only one that I say they really messed up was the whole situation about when they wanted when Russell Wilson ended up going to Wisconsin, and they wanted I can't remember what the guy name was, the real tall guy, because I think Russ wanted to play baseball. It's like, look, if you want to play baseball, you can't play quarterback here. We got the other guy, and so Russ left and went to Wisconsin. So I can't remember what the guy name was, but I was like, that was just so dumb even back then. But but yeah, Brandon Armstrong the same thing. Great years by him and TVD in 2021. 2022 comes and it don't work, and now you're trying to you're back with he's back with the OC, with his OC that helped him have that good year, and TVD is back with an OC and an offense that what I mean has been something that he's comfortable in working in. So I don't know, but I still think NC State's a good spot for him though, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and again, like I say, some kids want to get out of the city, and sometimes it's good for the kids to get out of the city. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be against that. Wilson be on his high horse. I heard Buddy and high power in Denver. Oh yeah. Leary got out because of money from UK and show he can play in the SEC. Projected second, third round pick before his pec injury last year. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. You know what? I knew it was one of those quarterbacks I was forgetting about. I'm glad you brought that up, Go Kane. I mean, not Go Kane, Go Tigers. I'm glad you brought that up. That was the quarterback I kept forgetting about. Yeah. Man, this quarterback draft is so deep. It's so deep. So deep. It's real deep. He's an underrated QB by the NFL. He wasn't an underrated QB by the NFL. What you mean? Who you talking about, Go Tigers? Who you talking about? Um, yeah, this QB draft is deep. Um, and like I said, bro, I really expect a good game Saturday. I really do. We at home, man. Hopefully how he look at UK, you think he help? I don't know. I really haven't kept up with Kentucky. Dawson will not be P5 coach in no time soon. People see Dana was calling offense at Houston. I believe Dana was watched his offense last weekend. It looks like the same. Birds of Groove had a person that covers the Houston Cougars come on their show in the offseason. And that's something that he said. Now again, like I said, I'm Trying to bring it back up. Y'all can go back and check out the show Storm Warner, Groove, and A Black. The thing was Mario have his players. Wow, Leary was projected second or third round pick by NC State for his injury. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, Birdstone, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. But but yeah, Groove had someone that covers the Houston Cougars on there, and he said like, yeah, that like Shannon Dawson and Kyle plays in 2020. So I don't know. I'm not here to, let's say, I mean, it don't matter to me, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because we averaging 35 points. I'm gonna be like a homer. I'm gonna be a homer right now. We averaging 35. I don't really see that big of a problem. Like, can we put 35 on Clemson? It's a different story. I haven't watched UK this year, so I don't know. Not out of moves benefit. Storm Warner. Yeah, Storm Warner. I know you probably Tales of Our Fire. I know you probably don't like Groove, or not saying you don't like him, but you might not agree with, because me and Groove kind of have a lot of the same viewpoints and opinions about stuff. But I would implore you to go watch that show. I would implore you to watch that, because it's a completely objective show. It was a great interview that he did. That Dawson, Coach King, and came from. No. You know what? I don't know. I don't think Dawson was there. Because the year that Dana Holgerson got there was 2019, and I can't remember. I think Kendall Browse. I think Kendall Browse was the OC that coached Derek King. I think Kendall Browse was the OC. If my memory serves me correctly, maybe somebody can Google it or something real quick. If so, there should be TVD's comfort link. What should be his comfort link? What you mean? But yeah, I don't know how like I said, but I don't know how Devin Leary's doing. I think Kentucky was kind of doing pretty good this year, but I know they were ranked in the top 25. Ruby may be extreme, but he brings up valid points. Yeah, Groove bring up valid points. Like I said, I agree with a lot of stuff that Groove bring up. I have a problem with Groove. I do watch and get problem. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Groove bring up great points. The only thing I don't necessarily agree with Groove with was like about the Manny stuff, right? But that's water on the bridge to this particular point. Dawson, but I don't know if he coached King. Dawson didn't coach King. Because what ended up happening was in 2019, UK is 5-2. Yeah, because I know they were ranked in the top 25 when they played Georgia last week. But no, Dana Holgerson came to Houston in 2019, and the first 4 games, I think Derek King was like, the offense is not working for him. So he ended up somewhat red-shirting the rest of that year. And then he came to Miami. So Dawson was, I don't know if Dawson was actually there, which I'm sure he was there, but it still wouldn't have, if him and Dana Holgerson run the same thing, their offense was not conducive to what I guess Derek King felt like would have been the benefit of his skill set. You can't run the ball. They had the quarterback that they had come out last year. What is his name? Will Levis. 14. Ooh, that's awful. Elephant in the room, which is our secondary, and the coach we kept is no production. Hey, tell about five. I don't like saying elephant in the room. I just say ibis in the room. And I agree with you. That was my biggest question mark about the defense was the secondary. I don't think we have. I think Daryl Porter's playing good, but I don't think the other corner is playing that well. I don't think our secondary as a whole is looking that good. I think Corey Couch has, his bright spots, but it's not. It doesn't look like a unit that we thought it was be. We thought it would be, and a lot of it could do with some of the corners and stuff that we had. They just had a game where he didn't even throw for 400. Oh man! But what's crazy about that? Kentucky got that offensive coordinator that came from the Rams, Cohen or Cone or whatever it is. He was one of the guys that we wanted Mario to get. So I guess as they say, we dodged that bullet. But yeah, Tales of Our Father, I agree with you 100%, bro. I'm like the secondary is not, and you know what makes it worse? is that we expect it for our front. From what I'm reading, UK doesn't pass block well, but they run block well though. Oh well, that's a staple of Stoops right there. I dive feel is not helping his team. Having brought in quality corners, the secondary sucks every year. So why is he here? Well, he tried to leave. He tried to leave in the off season. So I don't know, bro. I tell you one thing, I don't see any of those posts that I saw people putting on Twitter talking about what a die is doing. You know, I hate when people do stuff like this. Real premature. It's kind of like when people say that, you know, rankings shouldn't come out to week 4. Well, all these statistical accolades shouldn't be posted until like week 4, 5, or 6. But again, like I say, as far as recruiting, I'm gonna tell you like this, tells my father. That whole recruiter of the year thing, when a day was or die, whatever, was at Georgia. It's like, nah, bro, you just like Kirby Smart said he put a major emphasis on secondary talent. And I was befuddled when we didn't get Singletary um this past year. What you mean, really? Like, really, he was trying to leave? Yeah, yeah. He interviewed for some jobs. He was trying to go. Yeah, for real. And so I'm like, I know that just because you recruited somebody, you didn't hear that. Oh yeah, that was yeah. A lot of people were talking about that. Yeah, he tried. Yeah, he interviewed. I don't know if it was an interview. Yeah, it was an NFL gig. He tried to leave. Corners are okay. Daryl Porter balling, has a lot of TD. Should have let it go. You can't go if they don't want you. Question is why Jaden Davis outside clearly nickel and more fit than cops. I don't know, bro. I don't know what they're doing with Jaden Davis, man. I feel bad for the man, bro. When I seen people talking about his quarterback draft picks, but he has been one and done everywhere but Miami. The thing about it, he used to coach running backs at Cincinnati. I think Clemson gonna go deep a lot and see our running back ain't trying to protect the ball and Travis look for a lot of still snatching. Yeah, I can see that too, Jeffrey. I can see that too. I don't know if they're gonna go deep a lot. You know, you have to ask Go Tigers about that because nothing from the minimal research that I did indicates that that's what they're looking to do on the defense on the offensive side of the ball. Now again, like I said, I fear that Dabo may say, "All right, Riley, it's yours." Right? That was Kirby. Yeah, that was Kirby. Kirby said they needed to put a major emphasis on defensive back recruiting because they knew go deep with who they tight end. I don't know, but like I said, that freshman receiver they got, he pretty good though. He pretty good. But yeah, Kirby said we put a major emphasis on recruiting defensive backs this year. And so like I said, when he get Jaheim Singletary to come to Miami, it's like, bro, you're the reason supposedly that he went to Georgia. Why can't you get into Miami? He ended up going to Arkansas. So I don't know. Jaden is a nickel. Yeah, Jaden is a nickel. But yeah, I felt bad for that man. That man missed time his jump on live TV. And Tez Walker just ran right back on it. Kirby is a cornerback coach like Saban. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Kirby does. I don't know what he does. I don't know. Yeah, but they got another defensive back coach up there, Fran Brown. Like he's really good. See that lets me know. Like Fran Brown comes in and he like their secondary recruiting is still top tier. We come here, our secondary recruiting is bleh. So I don't know, man. Y'all know more about recruiting than I do, man. So I'm just I just sit back and when someone says something, I pretend like I know what they're talking about, just to make conversation. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Good conversing with y'all guys. Go Tigers! Appreciate you coming in here and bringing a little bit more insight and. It's gonna be a good game. I really do. I really think it's a good game. I hope it ends up being a good game, right? Kirby very hands on with the cornerback. Safety is the same. Okay. But yeah, man. We need to get this W, man, because wait a minute, Dye did pull in Devontae Brown and Stafford just last year while getting Rican Ivy drafted. How do I want to answer that? I think Stafford's good. And I can't, as far as Tyreek and Ivy, I think it's kind of like they were progressing better. I think they looked good on the T Rob as well, even though, we probably can say like the defense wasn't that good. But I think that's just a combination of Tyreek and especially Ivy. I think that's just a combination of just some stuff. Ivy drafted a lot of people. There was a lot of people that felt Ivy was gonna get drafted. They're gonna pick on our corners. They should. Friend, that can't get. All right, tells my father. All right. But Robert Stafford, I think Robert Stafford is good. You know what I mean? Again, another guy that, individuals like, all right, we didn't get Cremoni, but Robert Stafford is him. So when he steps on the field next year, so he better be him. Brian Williams are the speed. Bo is the jump ball guy. Tight end 6'7". They talking about using him more in the pass game over the middle and downfield. See that what I'm talking about? Go Tigers, right there. Riley gonna get in his bag and gives you better be ready. Nah, that was DVD with Brown and Stafford brushed out the cap. Tells my father I wanted to say that, but Birdstone my dog. But I think Birdstone know what's up. They wide receivers don't create separation. I think we fine. Have a tackle though. I don't know, bro. Again, this is my thing. I don't know what our DBs are. I don't know because Miami of Ohio was getting open. Bethune had guys open. Again, like I'm gonna tell you something real crazy. Now y'all may say, Shy, all right, you tripping. That Bethune Cookman, the quarterback that started the game, he got hurt. But he was looking like he gonna make a couple passes if he got some time. But he got hurt and had to put the other guy in. I was kind of worried against Bethune Cookman. So I don't know, man. I don't know what our corner. Hey, man. I just need Bane and LT to show up. Miami can't lead this game up to the refs. Bro, a game like this ain't gonna be left up to the refs. They've been using him more than the run game, about more this shit Riley talked about. You're gonna try to have the offense. 1 or 4 thought of coming up. Go Tigers. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that. No, but it's good though, because again, like I say, that man won a bronze award. 31-14 Canes. Birdstone. I love your enthusiasm, bro. I love it. It's 50-50 game to me. I'm gonna give a score prediction though. I'm going to go 35 to 26. I think the winning team going to have 35, losing team going to have 26. So, score prediction. That's my score prediction. 35, 26. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know where we are mentally right now. We're at the top 20 offense before weight, just not flashy. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, man, like I said, I'm going to get up out of here, bro. I appreciate y'all chopping it up with me, man. But like I said, tell our father, man. And any of y'all that haven't watched it, please go back to Storm Warning and search for the video when they talk to Okay. When they talking to the guy that covers the Houston Cougars and kind of get his impression. I love your show, bro. Gonna be high school game. Keep up. All right, cool, Jeffrey. All right, so but as always, man, like, share, subscribe, comment, and as always, man, it's all about the Canes. I'm out.